Peace, and blessings, man. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today, man. Awesome night tonight. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, you know what I mean, just to be alive. You know what I mean? In our right mind, good health. You know what I'm saying? And really, no matter what your situation is, brother, you always blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to compare myself to others, but brother, when we think about our problems, it's somebody else got worse problems. And I know that's not supposed to make us feel better, but it just to, let us know, brother, we ain't the only ones struggling. You know what I mean? But we got to encourage each other and build each other up, man. You know what I'm saying? So when we do fall short, you know what I'm saying? We can help build each other up. You know what I'm saying? Give us that encouragement, man, to move on and take it one more step. You know what I mean? One more step to the kingdom, baby. You know what I mean? So look, man, I'm not even gonna hold y'all brothers' time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what the title is, man. Can good guys change bad girls? Okay. Can they? Can they truly change bad girls? You know what I'm saying? Well, I can tell you what, man. Back in my days, I tried. Just like I had women that tried to change me, and they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't change until I was actually ready to change myself. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's going to be the same with them. Now as we go through this, if I can say this study, you know what I'm saying? Because this is really for educational purposes. All the stuff that I'm gonna use. I don't have any videos tonight, but I do got some articles. You know what I'm saying? I really love to share with you guys, man, and see what see what y'all might think about it. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, give you bro some information, you know what I mean, on what's going on. So I want to play this shout out right quick, and you know what I mean? And then we just gonna get into it. All right. I want to give a shout out to the 100 Black Men of Atlanta Incorporated. They will serve as role models for our youth to become emerging leaders and productive members of the Atlanta community. They will partner with the neighborhood and business community on educational, economic, and worthwhile social causes that promote positive change. Their vision, the 100 Black Men of Atlanta Incorporated, will become the city's strongest, most self-reliant African American volunteer organization focused on education, enrichment, and empowerment. So if you guys got some young brothers, man, that need some guidance in their life, need direction, need a role model, need a mentor, y'all reach out to the 100 Black Men of Atlanta. You can get them a call at 404-525-6220. Okay? And you can also, maybe if you want to send a letter or stop by, they are at 101 Jackson Street, Northeast. They're on the second floor. They're in Atlanta, Georgia, 30312. All right, until the end, peace. Hey family, I want to give a shout out, man, to Inner Voyage Recovery. Okay, if you guys got family members, friends, loved ones, anyone struggling with alcohol, drug abuse, addiction, mental health issues, man, give these guys a call. And not only that, try to get in contact with Coley McGee, right? Okay, because he's the representative and admission director. Okay, he has a lot of experience in the addiction and recovery field. Okay, so you guys get him a call, man. The number is 470-460-8437. And the address, if you need to go by, is 2230 Town Lake Parkway, Building 900, Suite 200. And they're in Woodstock, Georgia, 30189. Okay, so you guys get them a call. You can either go by email also, which is admin at innervoyagerecovery.com. Bet. Yeah, I don't actually get paid from, what I'm saying, putting, the 100 Black Men of Atlanta and Inner Voyage. I don't get paid for that. I just, what I'm saying, I feel like if I can help brothers in any way, anything that they're dealing with, whether it's they children or if they having personal struggles, you know what I'm saying? I plan on adding more onto my podcast. So, just to put that information out there, man. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Just, we got to just um bring more, what I'm saying, stuff into the forefront, more information into the forefront. You know what I mean? So we won't be, I don't want to just say ignorant of certain things, but to know that we have these places that we can utilize, right? Well, you know what I'm saying? When we're going through problems or dealing with certain issues or family problems, we may have family members that have problems, right? So, when people are looking for certain things, we can have that answer for them. You know what I'm saying? And send them to these places where they can get help and be an encouragement for them. But man, you know what? Let me go ahead and get into it, brothers. Can good guys change bad girls, right? And as you can see, we got a sister right here. I don't know if you brothers can. I don't know if you can change them, but I mean, you could try. There's probably been a lot of guys that did try. Okay, probably a lot of guys that tried. But check this out, man. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna actually pull this article up, right? All right. Pull this article up. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Okay. Hope you guys can see that. Okay. And in this particular article, it's wwabc.net is where you can find the article, right? But before I go into that, right, I want to give I guess I want to like a introductory, right? Okay, into I guess what I'm gonna be talking about or discussing. All right, and I want to use somewhat of a biblical example, but what I'm saying, just kind of how can I put it? Um, how we do it, like we paraphrase stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the one to add and take away from the word and then like that, but just trying to use an example to where we can kind of relate to the topic. Okay. But let's use the story of Adam and Eve, right? Okay. And let's keep in mind before Eve was tricked, before she was deceived, right? Into eating that fruit. Can you imagine how she looked and felt about Adam before she took that fruit now? How she looked at Adam, how she thought about him. You know what I'm saying? I bet, man, she couldn't wait to see Adam when she finished her duties. You know what I mean? Adam was probably constantly on her mind. She loved Adam. Okay. Adam was probably one of those exciting guys to her, adventurous guy, romantic guy. You know what I'm saying? He was that man. You know what I'm saying? He was that man. But then, when Eve went out on her own, okay. But then I'm gonna say, even though we know it's Satan, I'm gonna say that masculine spirit, right? But then that masculine spirit came in and whispered lies into Eve's ear, telling her things about Adam that Adam wouldn't even dare say, right? So she believed the evil one, if I can call him that, right? The masculine spirit. And she became infected when she started believing what he said. So from that point on, she looked at Adam different. So you imagine that another man whispering things in your woman ear, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that you wouldn't dare whisper. And she fell a victim. She got seduced by it. Okay. And now when she come look at you, you know what I'm saying? It's like that comparison thing starts then. Now she got someone to compare who she's with, right? So now if she think that guy, the evil one that whisper in her ear is a better type guy, probably dress up better, voice, smell better, look better. You know what I'm saying? He got a different swag on him. You know what I mean? So think about it. She looked at Adam different after she took that fruit, right? She was infected. So he wasn't exciting no more. Adam wasn't exciting no more to her. He wasn't appealing no more. He wasn't amazing no more. He was just an average guy compared to the masculine spirit. He was just an average guy. So if I could say Adam was probably officially a boring guy. Isn't that what they say about good guys, especially godly guys, Christian brothers? Man, they say we average guys. You know what I'm saying? We boring. I like boring. They want that excitement. You know what I mean? They want to get that excitement. Okay. But we're gonna go ahead, man, and I just want to start it off with that to try to give an example. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. So what I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna go and change. Let's go to this slide here and let's read. Let's check this out. And I'm gonna read it, right? It's and bear with me because you know what I mean. I get tongue twisted sometimes. All right. And it says changing relationship led by women. I guess I need to give you guys the actual uh the title is actually the article, the title of the article is why more women are suggesting open relationships. Okay, that's the title. So I want to start out probably within the middle of the article, right? And it reads the story we have heard over and over, whether it is in the media or scientific studies, is the monogamy somehow comes more easily to women, says Martin. All right. And then we're also told that for men, it's quite natural to be promiscuous. Okay, that's what a lot of women said that. In other words, we men are known for cheating. You know, hey, let them tell it. It said to want to spread their seed and to want to basically have sex with anything that isn't nailed down. And you know what I mean? I can agree with that. Oh, well, let me put this on my personal experience when I was younger. And it's probably true, man. Brothers would, if it ain't nailed down, brother probably would get it. You know what I mean? I know, like I said, man, back in my day, in my past, my homeboys, man, yeah. If it wasn't nailed down, man, them jokers was after. You know what I mean? But as we got older, we started to have a little class about ourselves. We was picky. Okay, we was picky. All right, so I'm right here saying, but in past decade, research is telling us a new story about male and female sexuality, right? It says there have been at least 6 longitudinal studies, and I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. In total, tens of thousands of adults, right, in a range of ages from 18 to 70. Okay, excuse me, which have showed consistently that in a long-term committed exclusive relationship, check this out, women stop wanting to have sex in years 1 to 4 years. So from 1 to 4 years, women begin to they wasn't that interested, you know what I mean, in sex with one man, with their husband, or if they wasn't married, with their boyfriend. Okay. And then it goes on. It said, but men in these long-term exclusive relationships are pretty happy having sex with their long-term partner for 9 or 12 years without reporting boredom. So it's stating that men in their ninth or 12th year of marriage, right? They wasn't reporting that they was bored. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't saying that, okay, the woman that they're with is not satisfying them. You know what I mean? They wasn't worried about that, right? And let's go on. And Martin said it's not because women, check this out, it's not because women want less sex, right? They need variety, novelty, and adventure. Otherwise, they get bored. Okay. They get bored, brother. So what do you guys think about that, man? Okay. They need a variety, novelty, and adventure. Otherwise, they get bored. So do a lot of these women actually feel that way? It's a thought. You know what I'm saying? It's a question to ask. Okay. Question. If this woman that, let's say for instance, this woman that's bored, that need this variety, novelty, and adventure, right? Because she got bored. Excuse me. If this woman would have chose to have sex, right? If she would have waited until she was married, do you think her needing a variety novelty, right? A variety novelty and adventure would have been a problem in her marriage? Okay. No, it wouldn't have been because she would have never known nothing. She would have, in other words, she would have never had nothing to compare it to. So if she would have just had, if her husband would have been her first, guess what? She would have never had that thought. She wouldn't even know what was boring about sex. Okay, because he would have been the only one that introduced it to her. She would only know what he knew about sex, right? So that thought process would not be in her head. But of course, we living in the 2000s, at least that's what they say, where you got the internet, you got it's in the music, TV shows. It's like, man, it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to try to be uh someone that don't think about sex. Okay. So let me keep on going. It said what we I'm at the last paragraph, right? It said what we see consistently, repeatedly, is that for women only, long-term monogamy is predicting low desire. Check this out now, y'all. It said not because they don't like sex, it's not because they don't like it, but because it's harder for them to be interested in sex with the same person over and over and over. Wow. Okay. So it ain't that they don't like it. I guess that's where the boredom come from because they have all these other guys to compare their husband to. So you think she missing that? You think she missing the way them other guys used to, if I could say, make her boat float? But this is what happened when you have sex with multiple men. Okay. She had so much D, right, that she can no longer be satisfied sexually, fellas. And my thing is, why marry a woman that has been riding the D roller coaster, right? Chances are you'll never satisfy her, brother. You'll never satisfy her. Think about this. Let's say the woman you were finna marry last relationship was with a porn star. And we'll call him the porn king, right? He has put her in so many different sexual positions, performed so many defiled sexual acts on her body. Do you really think an average guy, a godly man, can satisfy her? Okay. I mean, just the thought of some of the things he did to her will have you, man, it had you going to the elders asking for prayer. You know what I mean? Telling them to put some of that oil on your head. She would never tell you now. She'd never tell you these things, okay, about how the other guys did, or you can forget that. If you ask a woman, man, chances are she is not going to tell you that because she know you will look at her different, right? And that's in a negative way. She know you're gonna look at her different. But what ends up happening is that her flesh is longing, it's desiring to be sexually satisfied. Like, if I could say, like when she was with that porn star, what I said, porn king porn, whatever it was. And then eventually the flesh is going to conquer her and she's gonna cheat. She's gonna cheat. Cause see, she's so wrapped into it, man. He got her twisted. Her mind is gone, brothers. Her mind is gone. And that's why I say, man, if your wife or your girlfriend, man, if you know for a fact she cheated on you, brother, you can, brother, especially if she slept with a guy, man, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 times, brother, she is gone. I mean, really, one, that's enough. But bro, 2, 3, 4, that let you know, brother, that nah, that dude, whoever she with, done outdid you. She gone, she been infected. Okay. So let me keep reading, right? It said, when researching her book, Untrue, why nearly everything we believe about women, lust, and infidelity is wrong, and how the new science can set us free. Martin discovered it was women who were primarily asking for, oh man, polymorous, polyamorous. I am pronouncing that wrong. In other words, an open relationship, polygamy. I don't know why they got it polyamorous. You know what I mean? Polygamy. Maybe I had to do some more looking into the definition of the word right there. Right. This is what I'm saying, brothers. You can't satisfy. In other words, you can't satisfy. I'm pretty sure, okay, there are wives right now wishing they can have multiple lovers in their marriages. Okay. And actually, man, just a thought about that, man, I did a podcast probably a couple of weeks ago, and it was just talking about it was it's a dating site. I think it was Ashley something. It was Ashley something. I can't remember the name of it, man, but it was a dating site. Check this out. Where married people can go and cheat. Okay. It was a site made for married people to go and cheat. If you want to have an affair, an open affair, you can actually get on this site and y'all can hook up. And then when I went further into the research, man, when it came to, you know what I'm saying, looking at who who was the damn, what can I say? Who were the participants, the members? Who were the members when it came to religion, right? It was more Christians, more Bible believing, you know what I'm saying, scripture holding people that were actually members of this site. Okay, when it came to different religion, man, they outweighed all of them. And I was like dumbfounded. And you would think they would be the ones shutting it down, right? They'll be the ones shutting it down, right? But check this out, man. But like I said, man, a lot of women, if you ask them, they probably will want multiple sex partners in a marriage. But of course not. But of course, they're not gonna leave that good guy, see, because that good guy is there to pay the bills. The good guy is there to protect her, you know what I'm saying, when she's afraid at night. He's a security, right? She knows she can't leave him, so she would rather take a chance cheating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's so much crazy stuff out there, man. It is just crazy. Okay. But it says, let me go down to this bottom part. And it says they were coming into therapists, right? With their male partners and saying they came in there with the guys, brother, with their male partners, with their husband. And then what these women were saying to the therapist, right? They said, I want us to introduce a third into our relationship. Man, bro, I don't, you know what, bro? I've probably been, man, boy, I would have been so pissed off. I know I would have got up and walked out. I've been so pissed off, man. I'm talking, I would be extremely pissed. Okay. Ain't no way. I don't know if you brother would have lied that. I know I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I'd be see that. I mean, that'd be divorce right there. Just the thought of bringing me, we going to a therapist. I'm thinking we coming to work our marriage out. You talking about bringing somebody else in. Oh, hell no. That ain't finna happen. Now, check this out, brothers. Now, we know that having sex with multiple men can damage a woman's chance to pair bond, right? We know that, okay? Especially being a monogamous relationship without her cheating. But physical sex is not the only thing that affect a woman's pair bonding and sexual appetite. Check this out. It's something that we slide over, but I'm just going through the things, because a lot of times, like I said, man, we think that it's just sex, man, that can, what I'm saying, have us feeling, will have women where they're not completely connected to us, you know what I'm saying, their emotions and their feelings, their bodies, right? Excuse me. So this particular article here, it's maripedia.org, right? And it says the effects of pornography on men versus women. And number one, the different uses, right? But let me see. Should I read the top? Yeah, let me just go to the where I got it highlighted. It says, in a study of self-identified female cyber sex addicts. Okay, these cyber sex addicts, these females addicts. Okay, women reported that they prefer engaging in cyber sex within the context of a relationship rather than assessing pornographic images. Okay, so a lot of these women, man, they rather have cyber sex. Okay, and I guess a lot of the dudes, of course, they like to actually see, the magazine or whatever. Okay, so they keep on going, man. It found that I'm in the highlighted area going to the second part, right? It found that 80% of women who engage in these online sexual activities also had real life sexual encounters with their online partners, brothers. 80%. That's a damn lie. 80% of women who engage in these online sexual activities also had real life sexual encounters with their online partners. And this is what I was saying about that dating site, man. And I want to mention this also about a lot of those dating sites, man. If your woman on one of those dating sites, brother, I want y'all to check this out. If you were to check their phone, they have this some kind of disguise. What it does, right? Pretty much every app has a symbol, right? But these dating sites, they got a way that they can disguise the symbol. So if you ever tried to find, if you had a list of dating sites and you know what the symbol looked like, okay, they got an app where they can disguise the symbol. It's part of the dating site. That way, if you were to ever grab their phone, it would alert them, okay, and let them know that somebody's tampering with it. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's just some heads up for y'all brothers, man. In case y'all got some, women that y'all suspect may be cheating on you. All right. I'm gonna read that highlighted part over again, right? It said it found that 80% of women who engage in these online sexual activities also had real life sexual encounters with their online partners, compared to much lower proportion of 33% for men. Okay. Also, as stated above, such women are much more likely to have very high numbers of such sexual encounters in partners. But they was getting it in, wasn't it? So let me keep on going. Let me go to the next page. Also, okay. Also, as stated above, such women much more likely to have had very high numbers. Okay, let me go on. High numbers of sexual encounters and partners, right? So we're going to go to the next part, which is the bottom, that number 2 part, right? And I apologize, man. My articles are somewhat everywhere right now. Okay, it says the different reactions. Number 2, right? The way men and women view infidelity is very different. All right. It said one study using undergraduates from a law university in Northern Ireland investigated how men and women perceive online and offline sexual and emotional infidelity. When forced to decide, right, men were more upset by sexual infidelity and women by emotional infidelity, right? And it says only 23% of women claim they will be more bothered by sexual infidelity. Man, compared to 77% of women who would be more bothered by emotional infidelity. Now that's crazy. Okay, because you would think the physical part is, I mean, that should be the part that really bother you, but women understand it's more mental for them. Because see, once you get them mentally, emotionally, they gone. It's just a matter of time, brother, for they in the bed with their other guy. It's just a matter of time. Okay. And then it says here, right? It said males felt the opposite way. 84% of men reported. Okay, let me go to the next slide. All right. 84% of men reported they would be more bothered by sexual infidelity, whereas only 16% say they would be more bothered by emotional infidelity. And that's true. See, for a man, oh hell yeah. If you physically had sex with another man, man, we can't get that out of our head, especially if we know they're true. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the marriage, the relationship, man, is pretty much it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because for a man, man, you man, that's something, man, that you just can't erase. It's always stuck in the back of your mind and picturing the woman you love with another guy. You know, some men, I said majority, I'm not even gonna say, oh, maybe some dudes do forget, you know, who knows? But I know majority of men, man, they don't want that. We don't, men don't play that, man. It's just a big difference. Now, this other article, it's another way, Of course, we know that physical sex, okay, can interfere with pair bonding, with a woman being faithful or being promiscuous, okay, to stop her from cheating. Okay, when you're dealing with a lot of men, man, you can't satisfy that woman. Okay, when she have dealt with a lot of men, bro, she has a lot of trauma. She got all these pimps and players and freaks that she done slept with. It's man, you can't go behind it. You know, you can't go behind that, brothers. And that's what I'm saying. So trying to satisfy a woman that done had all this sexual pleasure, doing things that, man, you will probably feel embarrassed to even think about doing. You know what I mean? Especially a good guy, godly man. Talking about doing some of the stuff that these dudes be out here doing to these women, brother. I be hearing about. Like, oh hell no. She might well go on leave now. You know, cause definitely ain't finna get that dead. And see, and that's what I'm saying, man. So when you get a woman that don't had all that done to her, brother, I mean, what can you possibly do to please her? You know what I mean? It's like she'll be faking it for the rest of her life when it comes to sex. You know, unless Christ redeem her mind. You know what I mean? But she got to want to give that up. Okay, she got to want to give that up. And what I'm gonna do, family, I am going to see can I share this next one, right? Let me see can I share. Let's see can I share this. Okay, let's see. Let's see. One moment. I want to see can I share my screen. If that's it, I think that's it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and warn you guys now before I pull this up. Make sure you ain't got no children watching, man. You know what I mean? Because shoots, man, when I be going into stuff, I want to go into all the detail. Well, not all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like I be violated. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm being violated. Some of the stuff I be seeing and reading. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to get some information to share with y'all brothers, man. But let's check this. Check this out, man. This is just another way. Boom. So this is my thing, brothers. Tell me how are you gonna compete with that? How you gonna compete with that, brother? If your woman, if your wife, if this is what she has used in the past, or is she still using it, and you don't know about it, bro, how can you compete with that? Especially if she got a damn one of them Energizer Bunny batteries, bro. You can forget it's over for you. The sensation is gone, man. The sensation is gone. So, see, you know what I'm saying? This is just something else, man. Perverted that will, you know what I'm saying, cause your woman not to be satisfied when y'all trying to enjoy each other. Okay. And it's gonna bring a lot of tension on the marriage and trust issues gonna come along because you're gonna see the change in them. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the change in them, man. Because you know if you have any experience with dealing with women in that way, you know if you can satisfy somebody or you can't. And sometimes you know if they faking it or not. And that's what you don't want, man. Because mentally for a man, that mess with a man mentally, right? So I couldn't actually highlight this one, but I'm using this for educational purposes. It wouldn't let me highlight it and kind of break it down so I can pull the stuff that I want to pull, you know what I'm saying? So you guys can see some of the good, topics and stuff that's in this article. So I'm gonna probably have to end up reading this whole thing, right? But just bear with me, okay? Start with the first sentence. It said the use of sex toys which of late have been on the increase in Zimbabwe. So this is in the article is based out of Zimbabwe. That's what they're referring to during the article. It said it could be a trigger for loss of affection and desire in marriages, leading to high divorce rates and spousal separation. A top psychologist has warned, right? And his name is I'm just gonna say it by Michael. I don't want to miss his last name, but man. It said over the past few years, marketing and distribution of sex toys in Zimbabwe has become trendy with the latest offering, right? Being the licensing of an online sex toy shop in the country in 2020, while other distributors use their social media platforms to market and sell the coitus enhancing products. Okay. And it goes on. It said, however, the use of sex toys has been linked to sexual addiction. Look at that. So these people get addicted using it to the point where they feel like, hey, I guess it would an independent woman would have, Winston. Okay, let me read that again. It said, however, the use of sex toys has been linked to sexual addiction and a loss of attachment to human stimulation and arousal if it goes unchecked. See that? So that damages a woman, using sex toys, man. And I actually know some folks, back in my day, they actually use this stuff, man. And I'm like, man, like I said, man, I had some crazy homeboy. And man, brother, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. These brothers, one in particular, yeah, this girl he was with, man. Hey, he was in love with her, bro. And he decided he want to elevate his sex life with her. And man, he went out there and got some of them toys, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, bro. I probably said within 2-3 months, man, she got rid of his behind. Me and him laughed about it, but he was kind of hurt behind it, bro, because he was just trying to, spark they, spark they, their relationship up. But he ended up losing to it where he couldn't satisfy her, brother. So she had to go. So she had to hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? He probably the reason why that girl got turned out because of him. But she ended up leaving him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what her lifestyle is at now. Okay. But let's keep going. It said in an interview with Health Times leading psychologist in Zimbabwe, Dr. Kodawash Machina said in as much as sex toys allows couples and partners to explore their sexuality, and just like masturbation, uncontrolled use of sex toys could result in serious mental health issues. Okay, let me repeat that again. Uncontrolled use of sex toys could result in serious mental health issues, which can lead to broken marriages and relationships, brother. So they did the research on this, right? Let's keep it going. It said the use of intimate toys or sex toy is around two things, which is openness to experience and openness to communication. Generally, the use of sex toys has been popularized in most developed countries where they are more interested in exploring their sexuality and they believe it is their right to do that. Perverted, man, perverted people, brothers. In our context, sex toys have been something that is taboo and has been mostly linked to homosexuality. Right. Who else would need to use something, you know what I'm saying, to try to make up for what they don't have? You know what I'm saying? So the question is, why in the hell are married people bringing sex toys into their bedroom? Okay, now, guess what, bro? A lot of people may say when they go in the scripture and say the bed is undefiled. Okay, well, my opinion. Let me put it like this: what would make something undefiled? Do you think if God made a certain part of your body to be used specific for that, but you take it and do something else with it, would that kind of screw the lines? Would that make that defiled? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you go down there and start putting your mouth is meant to eat food, water, get your body the nutrient need to survive. But what if you start doing something else with it? Okay. And I'm gonna try to keep it there, bro. I'm trying to keep it there, man. I don't want to get no strikes and have people complaining on me, right? Let's keep on going, man. But I'm gonna read that back over. Okay. It said in our context, sex toys have been something that is taboo and have been mostly linked to homosexuality because they have been seen, check this out, because they have been seen as a substitute to having a partner. Exactly. So, in a heterosexual between a man and a woman of marriage, the use of sex toys can actually destroy that marriage because one of the partners involved may actually feel like they are being replaced by a toy, so that that may destroy the relationship, said Dr. Muchina. And I know I butchered his name. He added that using sex toys in marriages may lead to the other partner feeling inadequate and feeling insecure at the notion that probably their partner may be looking for a sex toy because they would have failed to satisfy them sexually. You know what? I'm not even going to read the rest of the article. But if you guys want to actually get this article, man, go to healthtimes.co.zw. Okay. And the name of the article, well, you guys can see it right here. Okay, sex toy destroying marriages, says Zim's top psychologist. So you guys check that out, man. And let me stop sharing that. And I go out of that. So that's pretty much it, brother. So I just actually wanted to share this with you guys, man. So to put some more, how can I put it? So put some more tools into your belt. You know what I'm saying? To give you more questions to ask when you meet a woman now. Okay. Because stuff like this, brother, we have been just looking over stuff like this. We really didn't start paying attention a whole lot until that came around in 2020, right? That when brothers with, and really men and women, husband and wives, because of the debt. A lot of people were out of work, were laid off. A lot of them had to work from home, so it caused you to spend more time with other things you've been trying to do because you've been working all the time. So now brothers are beginning to look at this stuff, man, and read and try to figure out, like, hey, man, my wife, she cheating. Other sisters can be the same way. Damn, my husband been cheating all the time. I didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Until I actually sat back and started paying attention to stuff. Because when you're busy working, man, you don't pay attention to that stuff, man. You think your family just doing just fine. You going to work, making the money, paying the bills, making sure food on the table, everything seems like everything is good. But hey, sometimes, man, we got to just sit back and just sit down and be quiet sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what we got to do sometimes, brother. Because I truly believe that, and that's why I'm so glad that, you know what I mean, I honor the Sabbath, man. You know what I'm saying? That I recognize the Sabbath because those are my days where I actually sit back and relax. And I think about the most high. You know what I mean? And I think about stuff that need to be done in my life. And I also look at, I reflect back on things that may have happened in the past, so the past week could have happened yesterday, or things that I'm going through right then and there. You know what I mean? But, and like I said, man, just to say that. And another thing, brothers, I also want to say, man, I did a podcast about witchcraft. And brothers, and I'm actually gonna touch more on that. But y'all brothers, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. Y'all better be careful. If y'all don't believe in that damn witchcraft, bro, I'm gonna say y'all crazy, man. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something, brother. It's real. It's real. Putting roots on people, casting spells on people. This stuff is real, brother. But see, here's the thing, because I hear a lot of, if I can say, our Christian brothers, when I mention witchcraft to them, well, I got Jesus. Ain't nothing gonna come on me. You know what I mean? But see, brother, this is what you got to understand. This is what you got to understand. Because they good at saying God will never leave me. But brother, this is the deal. You're right. God won't leave you, but it's you that will leave him. See, when you don't, if you a Bible believer, any Bible believer, right? If you step out of the will of God and start going back to your vomit, or start playing with sin, brother, your vessel is not open for a evil spirit or a demon to come into you. Okay, you left the will of God. You see what I'm saying? Say, for instance, you You flirting with a girl, and all of a sudden you end up having sex with her, brother. Your vessel is open. It been open. You see what I'm saying? So, brother, man, she can put roots on you. She can put a spell on you, brother. Cause guess what? The Most High ain't there. Okay, you out there sinning, and you doing it purposely, knowing what you're doing. Okay, so man, don't trick yourself, bro. Don't trick yourself. Because a lot of these women today, brother, they are like in desperate need. It's more women out here than men. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what the stats are today, but I know I think it was like 1 out of 4 black women will be married, bro. So a lot of these women, especially a lot of those that got children, and they know guys now ain't out, single guys that don't have children ain't trying to go for women that got children. They want a woman that don't have children either, see? So a lot of these women are getting desperate, bro, and they going through extreme measures to get a man. So y'all can act like this a game, and this something y'all can play with if y'all want to, bro. You'll find yourself, she'll be pulling you on a dog chain coming behind them. You be down on your knee begging like a dog. Okay. So I'm just saying, bro, don't let that be you. Don't get caught slipping. Okay. But until then, peace and blessings, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, man. Look, man, show your brother some love. You know what I mean? You can support the podcast. I'm getting better with it, okay? Hey, it's my first time. All right. So I'm getting better with it. So support me at paypal.me / True Vision. Y'all can PayPal me in True Vision. You know what I mean? If you want to support the page, but guess what, bro? God got it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say that, but God got it. You know what I mean? So, but I would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Just showing support, show your boy some love. You know what I mean? And until then, my boy, we finna get out of here. I told y'all I wasn't gonna keep y'all long, man. So I'm gonna roll out with this right here, bro.
I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to see the bros hitting milestones. Gon' get your shine on, brighter than an iPhone screen. Anybody tryna take a piece of pie home, try a song, shape a stick or drop them like a pine cone. Conversations about the goals and the gold that I'm sitting on. All I hear is low ballin' digits if I listen to them. No need to counter if it's disrespect. Swam with sharks on how to bite my way out fishing nets. Yeah, I see the light at the end of the juice, got me swinging for the fans. Always look at life through a different lens. Sevens every time I put that lever. I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic.
As a young man growing up, I was told that one of the ways if you want to be blessed is that if you do right by God, He'll do right by you. But now that I have gotten older and I have been through my trials and my tribulations, I come to realize that God always been good to me. He always have done right by me, even when I didn't do right by Him. So for the rest of my life, I got to do right. And I'm going to start today by giving back to His people.